Look at that beautiful frond. And it's big. It's not little. It's big. That is Bismarkia nobilis. And it's got a great name because it's extremely noble. Here's a big plant in a 48-inch box. And let's go up and take a close look at it. So I'm finding mixed reviews in the Bay Area on this plant. It seems to do really well wherever it's really hot. But then I was told that someone just the other day has one over in Greenbrae that's rather cool and cold, doing really, really well. And and we've planted some in Walnut Creek and even further inland, and they do great where there is ample heat. It'll get pretty tall to get a trunk eventually, but they're really beautiful when they're younger. What you don't know is how big that, look at that thing, how big that frond is. There's my hand. You can see how big that is. It's striking. It's got this beautiful coloration on it. So it's like a Mexican blue palm, but way bigger, way prettier. And it has a tinge of pink often, sometimes purple. We'll take a look at some of these smaller plants. We're gonna have these plants in the nursery in smaller sizes. You can see this coloration here. It's kind of a purple tinge, but we'll stand back and take a look at these things. We have a few big ones at the nursery, but people always ask for smaller ones, and we're finally gonna get some smaller ones in. And I'm inspired to get them in because of this really fantastic little 15-gallon plant right here. Partially because it just has a wonderful lighted dark backdrop to really show off the color of that plant. But look at how striking it is even when it's little. I mean, that is so pretty. And it's native to Madagascar, and it seems to handle the cold. It just seems to want some heat to really thrive. But let's get in tight here and take off some of the California pepper seeds and get a good look at this thing. You can see just by touching it, I've already wiped off some of the beautiful blue on it. See this? There. That's it's got that filamentous on it that gives it that color. It's a rather drought tolerant tree because it reflects all the light. And you can see here's the little one, and there are the big ones over there. See that? So you can see, like, you know, how big they get. And that's just starting out. But it's native to Madagascar in a fairly drought prone region. And I think that's why it's got the coloration it has, to ward off that bright sunlight and reflect it back into the atmosphere. It has extremely sensitive roots. That's why these are sitting on plastic, and the ones over there are actually elevated, sitting on wood, if you can see that right there. And what else can I say? Again, the way to use this plant is to have a really dark, shadowy backdrop or some really dark green plant material behind it. And when it's next to, we'll get the same plant, you know, next to gravel. See? Next to gravel, it's got the same color as the gravel, so it doesn't really show itself off as much. So if you can contrast it by showing off the plant, you know, with that dark backdrop, then that's the way to do it. Bismarkia nobilis, we should have these in 15-gallon in the nursery. Hopefully at the time you're seeing this. Always call ahead, make sure we've got it before you head down there. Thanks.